Eruption.
Set him back.
Yeah, right.
Interrupted his whole life's flow and chi. You know what I mean? I mean, God knows if I went 3 days without yanking myself off, what would happen?
Your chi would.
I'm amazing after that. Yes, exactly. I'm that after 3 days.
Speaking of the explosion, did you hear those damn sonic booms today?
Yes. What was that?
It was the
shuttle?
The space shuttle coming in.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was damn.
Hey, Charlie.
I thought it was a bomb
Charlie's
going
in here,
off.
too.
Yeah.
That was a space shuttle. I thought they were like just making room to build another house or something.
I thought it was
like
either construction, some major explosion, or like a bomb.
Just making space.
Yeah, I heard it today about noon or something like that.
Yeah, it was around noontime.
It was two.
Was it that late?
Too late, yeah.
The double
That's
boom boom.
wild.
Right?
That was a big boom.
Where does that thing land? At Edwards?
Yes.
And is that the sound of it when it's entering the atmosphere?
Could you imagine having sex during that thing and you're like, boom, boom, you're like, oh, yeah, huh? How am I? Like, you're the man.
Well,
like,
you can time it, right?
Sonic,
you know when it's coming down.
It's a sonic boom. They would think you're the man, right?
That's what that was.
Can't time the man. What's up?
Where'd you hear that? Could you hear it everywhere?
No, everywhere. Oh, yeah.
I was in Pasadena looking around I thought something had gone off.
I was in Orlando.
I said to myself, I thought that is not normal. That's something.
No,
I don't know what it is, but it's
odd.
something. And then I heard it on the news tonight. They were talking about it.
I thought Star Jones did a jumping jack. I swear to God, there was something weird.
That was her labia flapping together?
Yeah. My dad was an alcoholic. My parents split up when I was in like junior high. It was a rough time. And there's days that I go, man, I was like, I went to camp and I was abused there too, and it's like all kinds of crazy ways. But you kind of go through it in your own way.
Adam, camp.
It was camp. It was awesome. No, it was awful. No, it was awful. It was the worst thing ever. But it was also a growing experience for me. And who knows? And I went to junior college too. What's the junior college thing?
Oh, really?
Junior college sucked, but I went through it and I hated it. But I couldn't afford to go to college, so I had to do this thing. I had to go to junior college, and God forbid.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Florida. And speaking of the sonic boom, my dad worked at NASA at the Space Center. So when he said sonic boom, I didn't even know that there was a shuttle today. I grew up at the whole Space Center. My dad worked at NASA the whole 9 yards, an engineer, and
he was the alcoholic.
Yeah,
that's reassuring.
Well, seriously, Houston had a problem. That's because my father, like, crap, Larry, damn it.
Is he still working there?
No, he's retired. He's still alive. Oh, absolutely. He's a very healthy guy.
For Morton Thiokol and
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, he was retired.
Was he still working at NASA when Carrot Top was Carrot Top?
Great, yeah. That may have put him into retirement. No, I think it was kind of cool because all of his engineer buddies were like, your son's Carrot Top? It's like, yeah, he'll be on the Tonight Show tonight. And they'd watch and they'd go, that was true. But if you look at my act, it's very engineer-like. I create things, and I think I got a lot of my father in me. Huh. And a lot of my mother's personality.
And a little bit of camp counselor.
And a little bit of camp counselor in me. Right. I was sexually abused, by the way, of my camp counselor. Yeah. He goes, you got any squirrels in there? You got any squirrels in there? After you take a shower, he'd put your hands in your pants and like test your, What? He'd go, you got any nuts? You got any squirrels down there in your thing? And I'm like, what the? Yeah. Well, you know what's weird? As you get older, you start thinking, holy crap, I was sexually abused. Right. Like when I see these celebrities on these shows going, I was sexually molested, I'm thinking, who wasn't? I mean, like everybody had that day when somebody did something to you. I don't know. 28? No. I was like 13.
That's why.
No, 12.
I'm sending my kid to Jewish camp, even though he won't be Jewish, just so he won't get molested.
I was molested in your parking lot tonight.
Really? Well,
I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying it happened.
That's called a hernia check. Yeah, hernia check. That's Drew doing that, right, buddy?
But it was true. I mean, everybody. Do you think everybody at one point in their life had that?
Drew does. Here's a problem. No? Carrot Top.
Really?
Drew
has a problem.
Drew has triplets that are almost 8 years old.
Oh, really?
So when you talk about molestation in children, he gets weird.
I'm not saying that I was molested necessarily. I'm just saying you have
sexually abused.
Exactly. It wasn't like molested. It wasn't like having sex with it. It was just a moment where I went, this isn't right. Yeah. That's all. There's something weird, and you don't know who to talk to. Who do you go to and say, hey, this guy just grabbed me, or this woman just said molested me? He was like, you just went, this isn't right.
So it was a woman, Adam, molested him.
Oh, really? No.
I think I had...
Had both?
I think I had both, actually. I think I had the guys were like,
you need to pull a counselor out of that.
The same thing, yeah.
She checked your nuts?
Yeah, well, she was just like, it was...
What the hell kind of camp was this?
Kind of a fondling kind of thing.
What kind of camp was this?
It was a camp I want to go back to.
Yeah.
Damn it. You think they'll take me again? I mean,
is this in Florida?
Got a check pulled out. No, it's in Georgia, of all places.
What the hell were you doing in Georgia? I thought you were in Florida.
I did, but my parents said, you need to go
here's the point. You're laughing. You're crying all the way to the bank now.
No, right? I'm actually kind of upset that this came out in the air.
You're laughing and crying all the way to the bank. Is what
I'm having a great time.
I mean, wouldn't you say
the tears of the clown, guys?
Yeah, wouldn't you say that your colorful childhood? Don't you think that's what what helped you along with your sense of humor?
Absolutely.
Not that you
Look at
wouldn't have
me.
been funny.
No, but you're skinny and your red hair and freckles. Of course, you're the class clown. You want to do something to fit in to make yourself feel like one of the gang.
You're a captain of the football team.
No, I wasn't captain of the football
team. You might
team.
not have had
exactly
the sense of humor and going to Vegas and making millions of dollars.
Exactly. Millions.
Tony. Oh, yes.
I need millions.
Tony, you're 18. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you guys could do the lightning round or the Dr. Drew boogie.
I'll tell you what, Tony.
Yeah.
The lightning round is something I save for the end of some shows, but not when we have a guest.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it on the first night we don't have a guest.
Okay.
All right, but we can play the Dr. Drew boogie.
All right, that'd be fun.
You want to hear the Dr. Drew shuffle? The Dr. Drew
Tony,
boogie?
where are you calling from?
Boogie.
Where's Tony calling from?
Georgia.
Salt Lake.
Oh, Salt Lake City. Right on. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, play the boogie.
All right, hold on, Tony.
Ow!
Get down, get down.
Asshole.
Get down, get down. Get down, get down.
You're fat.
Get down, get down.
If I find you, have sex with me. Gee, it hurts, have sex with me. Faggot better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was born, so I had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know, pee on this makes me sick. Hurts when I urinate. Makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex, but felt no effect. Got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. Still a virgin. Makes me sick. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? Ow! You're fat. You're gay. Ow! Confused. You're sick. You're overweight. You're still a virgin. You're dysfunctional. Not acceptable.
Dr. Drew is right.
It reminds me that I don't call enough people straight.
Ow! That's me. I like
That is
that.
you.
That's me. Hey.
That's a serendipity.
It's a
that we
Carrot
played
Top
that tonight.
Classic right here at 97.5.
Let's get the owl. Let's get the owl.
Wait, wrong station?
Let's record it clean owl. Go ahead.
Ow! Wait, let me do it. No, I did it already. You don't need a new one, do you?
Give me that.
Ow! Ow! You damn bastard. Ow!
Yeah, that's good.
All right, good.
There you go.
Good. All right, cart that up.
Cart that up.
Here we go. Jeff,
Hello?
you're 17?
Hey, dude,
What's up?
I love you guys.
Thanks.
I've been listening since, you started talking about Boobville.
Thank you. It was many years ago.
Yeah, it was.
A faint memory now, and a failed dream.
My story about being 9, remember?
Oof.
What's up there, Jeff?
Okay, my question is, how long does ecstasy stay in your system?
It's pretty short. It's certainly about
Good, because I
12,
did it around, what time is it now?
12 hours or so.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
That long?
But the effects can go on essentially for a lifetime.
Oh, so
Honestly?
good. That's right.
No, honestly?
Honestly, you can have if you do ecstasy more than 20 times, let's say,
Oh, okay.
you should expect depression, panic attacks, and anxiety potentially the rest of your life.
Karatov, you can't do drugs.
No, but
You're Carrot Top.
I've done ecstasy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
lie.
too. But don't you?
I've done
See,
ecstasy.
like, if I-
loved that. That's the the problem was I loved it. I was like,
Oh,
my
really?
God. Oh yeah.
How many times? Yeah.
19.
Because
Because 20, I'm screwed.
One
right?
of the things ecstasy does is stimulates. I was telling you about this the other night. It stimulates the amygdala, which is a region that the brain that monitors for novelty. So it makes things that are different or even routine seem out of the ordinary and special and interesting.
Yeah.
And you overdo that part of the brain, and you lose that ability. Now everything seems.
Well, I have
flat
to be
and
honest with you
mundane.
guys without sounding stupid or humorous here, because I want to be humorous, but at the same time,
Be honest.
a lot of people say, "Oh, you do drugs, dude. You rock and roll." You know, it's like at the same time, people that do those drugs that look to be like to find what you just said, that novelty, I'm already kind of freaked. I'm already whacked. So
Right.
when I did it, I found myself depressed. I found myself not finding that. I would be beyond. When I'm not on drugs, I'm having a great time right now. I'm completely sober, not drugged, nothing. But when I did that, I found myself. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, I was like, it didn't get me off like I thought it was going to get me off.
But what
I
about-
just enjoyed it.
What about?
But a lot of
pot?
people, well, reefer, pot, as my mom would say, grass, are you in the grass? It's so funny to hear your parents say, where are you getting this? Can you find me some? Because we're getting ripped off, at work. But your grass is like, or pot, whatever, bobo, the whole,
Right.
ganja, all the words. It's, I think to me, it's just like, it's a recreational kind of thing. It's so stupid. I don't know why it's such a big, bad drug. And is that shown harm beyond
No, it's
excessive use? I'm not saying excessive like...
it's no different than alcohol or tobacco.
Right, so anything
It isn't.
excessive, I mean...
And it's profoundly addictive for some people. Profoundly.
Very small
And that's where it gets.
section.
That's
Because I don't find it addictive at all. In fact, I've done it a few times. could go a year without it. 2 years,
Yeah,
2 months, 2 hours, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'll do a little one.
But
it's fun.
Carrot Top.
It's recreational.
When you get stoned, you go, oh my God, I'm Carrot Top.
No, I do that when I'm sober. Oh my God, I'm Carrot Top. What have I done to myself?
Last time I got stoned, I went, oh my God, I'm Carrot Top. I ran down the street screaming. So this trunk humor is not going to work on the radio.
No.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you seriously. I barely smoke weed anymore, and the reason I don't smoke much pot anymore is because I have like 2 mortgages and a big nut every week.
Hey, let me tell you something.
And
I'm with you.
And I'm 36,
Amen.
and I think to myself, I'm going to get stoned, and I'm going to start freaking out.
Amen.
Like, it's easy to get stoned when you got nothing going on in your mind.
I agree. I agree. No, I'm looking at you like I'm agreeing with you. I'm actually going, hey, I found my brother here. I agree with you. And the same thing with I drink when I'm home and have a good glass of wine. Like, I'm not a drinker, like, as far as getting smashed. I went out the other night in Hollywood. I'd never go out in Hollywood. Had a couple glasses of wine, and I got pulled over on Sunset Boulevard. This is not a joke. Sunset Boulevard, right in front of the Comedy store.
Right.
And maybe the cops listening, and the cop pulled me over. And of all things, I've never been pulled over. Ow! Never been pulled over in my life in, like, let's say 25 years. Okay, I was 10 when I got pulled over last. But I got pulled over, and the guy says, "You've been drinking?" I said, "I had a glass of wine." He says, "Glass of wine?" I said, "I had a couple glasses of wine." And he said, "Really? Well, so you see, when you sure?" I said, "Absolutely." Got pulled over, and I think about all the times people have been pulled over, and I know what it is. It's like, it's that, of course, it's that pressure of you have authority and you have yourself, and there you are, and you stand there going, I'm not drunk, and thank God I wasn't, but I was like, I did have 2 glasses of wine. So
you maybe get out to do the test?
Well, I was wondering. I said, what if 2 glasses of wine is drunk?
Yeah.
Because I was fine. So I get out, I get the car, and he does the whole thing. Touch your nose, do this, put your head up, count to 30. I get done, and it was all intimidation kind of thing. He says, count to 30. So I get done. He said, when you get to 30, count, said time. Got to 30, said time. He says, well, where did you decide on 30? I said, I counted.
Right.
Well, how did you count to 30? I said, I just counted to 30. He says, uh-huh. And he's trying to, like, trick you. See, when you're drunk, you don't know how to respond to that. So you're like, no. I was like, well, I counted to 30.
Right.
And so,
is this on Sunset?
On Sunset, right, literally across from like the Sky Bar.
You saw that.
People must be like honking.
Oh no, they're going Carrot Top, and the guy said they're going Carrot Top, and he thinks because the red hair and It goes on, and I said I'm having a little hard time concentrating because I'm being heckled here by people. So one guy walks. I swear to God, this guy walks. Hey, Carrot Top. He said, let him go, and I said, I go, no, really, I'm fine. I was like, get away from me. You're ruining my whole thing here. I said, I'm fine.
Right.
And the cop looks at him like. And this cop had braces. It was really funny because he had braces. Like, I mean, he was like 18. He's like, just keep it moving. I said, I'm fine. Sorry. He said, you know that guy? I said, no, but how does he know you? I said, well, now I'm afraid to say.
Drug deal.
I'm on TV or I'm a comedian. So I said, well, I'm a comedian. He says, comedian. I said, yeah. He says, well, it's not real funny now, is it? And I said, I never said it was funny. Now all of a sudden I'm like defensive. I'm like, I didn't say it was funny. I'm just trying to, you do your duty. You're a police officer law. Do your duty. I'm not drunk. I'm going to pass this test because I'm not drunk. And I'm thinking, maybe I won't.
You said that?
No, yeah. I said, I'm not drunk. I want to do whatever I have to do to pass this test. Let's move it on. Yeah. Because I want to go home. And so sure enough, he does the whole thing. And then 20 minutes go by. And now he's doing a whole anal search. I'm thinking, is this part of the drug test? This is weird. This is the weirdest alcohol test I've ever had in my life. But I actually enjoyed it. No, I actually enjoyed it. I said, you know what? You should check. I had 3 glasses. Check again. But no, I get done and everything's fine. And so the whole thing, then he says, okay, I'm going to give you a ticket for taking a left out of the this road.
Right.
I haven't taken 20 years.
Right. I like that. As long as we've pulled you over for something else.
Yeah,
I got to get you a ticket.
Yeah. Get the ticket book.
Welcome back to the best of Loveline, and our next guest actually convinced Drew to buy the car he is driving today.
No. We just heard from him.
Oh.
Our next guest is
Destiny's
Child.
Destiny's Child, I ran into at the Teen Choice Awards a couple of years ago. Fresh-faced young punks, and they were dying to do this show. So here they are. Beyonce, Kelly, Farrah, and Michelle are all here from Destiny's Child. We'll hear something else off of their CD. They're nominated for a couple of Grammys. They'll be collecting those before they head out to the parties. And
that's if you go with them.
If you go. Yeah, that's only
if I go. I gotta be honest with you, ladies. There's a couple other girl bands that are interested in having me along for the ride. Word apparently got out last year that I was a bit of a good luck charm with the Dixie Chicks, bringing them a couple of Grammys, and although they don't want me back this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say after last year's incident.
Oh please. We had there's a little misunderstanding with the Dixies. I guess a good enough time to tell that story.
Sure.
Okay, I never met the Dixie Chicks before the Grammys, and I was sitting in my office of the Man Show, and I got a call from my agent or manager, and he said one of the Dixie Chicks would like to take you to the Grammys as her escort, and I said, "Really? Why?" And he said, "I don't know." He was shocked, but apparently that's what she wants to do. It was Natalie, the lead singer. And at the time, I had a girlfriend, and I said, geez, I don't know how that would fly with her. And he said, people do it all the time. Just as an escort, you show up with them.
And I said, you're going to be in big-ass trouble.
Everyone said I was going to be in big-ass trouble. But I said, what the hell? Why not? Sounds like a good time. And my manager said, yeah, people do it all the time. It's no big deal. It's just one of those Hollywood things. And I said, sure, sign me up. Tell her I'll go. Well, the girlfriend got PO'd. She was not good about it at all. But I put my foot down. I said, I'm going. So I went to the Grammys with the Dixies. No.
Oh.
Went to the Grammys. No, I'm tough, but I'm fair with the ladies, right, Drew?
Tough but fair.
Yeah. And I went to the Grammys, and I was a perfect gentleman. And after the Grammys, after they collected their 2 Grammy Awards, I went to a party for like 10 seconds, and then I came here. I was like a minute and a half late, and I had to do the radio that night, so I couldn't hang out and have a good time. It was all very innocent. And then next day, I got to my office, and there were some flowers on my desk. And it said, thanks for taking me to the Grammys. Hope to see you again soon. Love, Natalie. And I thought, wow, that's nice of her. Send over some flowers. And then a couple days later, I got a big, oversized Mrs. Fields cookie.
Uh-oh.
And it was written in like whipped cream, like to see you again, Natalie from the Dixie Chicks. And she put her cell phone number on there. So I thought, well, now I'm already in hot water enough with the girlfriend, so I better call her and kind of try to smooth things out, straighten things out a little bit. So I called her. I was driving into work from the cell phone. I called Natalie, yes. And I don't know what time it was in Kentucky or wherever the hell, where are they from?
I don't know. Was that actually her phone number they had on the...
Are they from Nashville?
Yeah. Tennessee. Right.
Maybe Tennessee. Yeah. It was her cell phone, and she picked up her cell phone, and she said, oh, my God. I said, this is Adam. She said, I'm watching you on TV right now. And I thought, the kids really got it bad for me. And I mean, you guys can tell I'm an attractive man, of course, as the ladies. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm sure you feel it, too.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, and there's enough for me to go around. But I just want to slip that in. So I said to her, Natalie, I appreciate the flowers and whatnot, but, I have a girlfriend. And when you guys come out here to do the Country Music Awards or whatever you're doing in 3 or 4 months, come on the show and we'll have a good laugh. And she said, okay, all right, fine. I hung up the phone. A couple days later, big 6-foot sub sandwich comes rolling into the office that I'm at. Big sign that says, I will not be ignored. Like a big for sale sign. It was stuck with a spear right in the middle of I will not be ignored, it says. So everyone at the office is going, wow, this chick's she's gone nuts. And I said, no, this she just has a sense of humor. She's just playing around. This is her way of saying, we'll let bygones be bygones. So we eat the sandwich, and I ate 3.5 feet of it. And then 3 or 4 days later, I get I get like a card or something, and it's Natalie again. And listen, I really need to talk to you. And I think, all right, I'm just going to ignore this now. And then about 3 days after that, I get a pair of panties in a box with another card that basically just says, come get on top of me now, basically. I need you now. You got to get me now. And the phone number again. So the guys I'm working with, my partners, are going, wow, this chick's really nuts. This is getting out of hand. I mean, this is turning into a stalker-type situation, and you better call her. And I said, I did call her. Well, you weren't firm enough.
You got to do something.
I said, I wasn't rude, but I was. I made it pretty clear. I had a girlfriend, but we could be friends. No big deal. Everything was good. No, listen, Adam. This chick is nutty, and you got to lay it down, and you got to be harsh. You got to crack the whip a little because she didn't understand the first call. Oh, really, guys? Yes, indeed. When should I call her? Call her right now. Straighten this thing out right now before it goes another second. And put your foot down and be firm this time. So I said, fellas, you're right. So I called her up on the cell phone. She's in Nashville, the Pottery Barn with her mom. Now she picks the cell phone up. Natalie, yes, this is Adam Carolla. Listen, I need to talk to you. This is getting out of hand. Now, I appreciated the flowers and the 6-foot sub, but the panties, and it's really spinning out of control. So she goes, what panties? Listen, don't play stupid. I know what's going on here. And she goes, seriously, I know what you're talking about. I said, you sent some panties, didn't you? She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I now look up, the entire office is filled with everyone on the staff. And
with video cameras.
With video cameras going. They're laughing their asses off. I said, yeah, you sent a 6-foot sub, didn't you? I don't know what you're talking about. How about the cookie? Nope. Flowers? I thought my publicist probably sent those, so I just went along with it. She said, I was like, oh Christ, I'm gonna kill myself. Why? What's going on? I'm like, nothing is, and everyone is laughing like hyenas. I got 30 guys in the office just laughing. And the thing that really makes it bad is the big speech I gave right before I picked up the phone about the trappings of celebrity, and how my matinee idol good looks are kind of a double-edged sword.
Whoa.
So she sent nothing, not even the flowers. And this was all the a-holes in my office just screwing with me.
So
Can you
when
believe those
called
bastards?
When you called her,
It was humiliating. Humiliating.
the first time when you called her.
She
The
thought the
first time
publicist had sent
when I
them.
called
she
her,
thought, okay.
she figured her publicist sent the flowers over.
So she's probably like, why is he telling me that he has a girlfriend?
Right, but I wasn't so over the top with it that she
Right.
got weirded out, and she probably just went along with it. When
didn't think anything of it. Yeah.
And I was saying like, yeah, we'll see in a couple months. She's like, yeah, all right, fine.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure she rolled her eyes, but she probably didn't think too much of it after that. But then when I really put my foot down about the panties,
Does she know that it was a?
She does now. When she
does-
came up here and we
now.
relived the moments.
right? They came on the show. They were good sports. They sent over a 6-foot sub the following day, if you recall, there, Drew.
right.
So
That
they
was sweet.
got a good sense of humor. Those Dixies.
Was
But,
that was all Jimmy or who was that?
all Jimmy and Daniel?
The two of them.
All of them.
Can you
tell your
And
girlfriend?
everyone
I
in
mean,
that
can
office.
you imagine how much they must have laughed behind your back?
Oh my
These guys
God!
That
probably
was
had
a
trouble
good job.
breathing.
And like I tell you, I was so puffed up about the whole thing that I kept giving them speeches about, the trappings of celebrity and what it's like when girl bands start stalking you. And
Did you tell your girlfriend about like all of the sub and all of these things?
well, no, I didn't tell her about all that. I thought she'd get mad. I was trying to keep it, under
Away from
control.
her, yeah.
I'm sure she was getting fed information as the joke went on.
Oh, okay.
And so she knew all about. It could have really backfired because I could have went like, "Hey, I'm flying out to Nashville. Daddy's coming." The beauty of women, though, girlfriend's still pissed. You know what I mean? Here I am calling
victim.
Natalie from the
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks and saying, "Listen, I have a girlfriend.
And you
I
think
cannot
she
accept."
sent you some panties.
Still, now I'm saying to my girlfriend, "Hey, how about some points here?"
You're still
You know, what I mean? It was,
guilty.
I didn't know what was going on. I was just, that was a pretty good test, right?
That was very good.
Chicks, they've got a couple platinum records. They won some Grammys, and I'm saying no to all that. Come on, no, still mad. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of women.
Oh.
Aaron, that's all right. So the Dixies are all right, and everything worked out. I was just humiliated. Ashley,
Yes.
you're 16.
Yes.
What's up?
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Ashley?
Yes. Okay, I was calling to ask. I love the show.
Oh,
Calling to ask Destiny's Child a question.
here they are.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. I love you guys so much. You guys are so great.
Thank you so
I was
much.
calling to see, okay, like your music is so original and has such cool beats to it and everything. And I wanted to like what inspires you, like where you come up with your lyrics and stuff.
Well,
I know working on this project, well, the second album, The Writing's on the Wall, we worked with Shakespeare and Candy Burris first, and they came up with some really great creative ideas and different ideas that we really liked for the album, because that's what we were going for this album, is something different. And it's like, after we worked with them, they kind of like set the foundation and the sound for the album. So the other producers came along and they kind of did the same thing. So the vibe just like really fit between everybody. And I know Beyonce produced on this album, which was a great thing because she knew everybody's voices.
Yeah.
And it's really great when a producer knows your voice because they bring out the best in you.
Yeah, you
And-
guys just all go so great together. You should have seen me on hold. I was singing when it was Say My Name. It was so funny. I know every word. I swear, every day, me and my friends sing your song like back and forth.
Thank you.
Like the chorus to Say My Name.
Oh, really?
Well, back and forth, always, every day in history. It's hilarious.
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah.
You want to sing a little?
I have a terrible voice, but I think I know the words.
What if the girls sing a little with you?
All right.
Oh my God, I would like totally die.
Come on. Yeah, better than singing with your friend, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We will.
You want to do just the...
We'll do a little bit of the chorus to Say My Name for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
I think I know the words, so if I'm wrong,
just join in.
All right.
Okay, so want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're saying that. I'm assuming things.
Same girl.
Oh, wait. We're going to do some of the chorus, all
Yeah,
right?
not so fast.
Like the Say My Name, Say My Name.
Here we go.
Oh, I was thinking, okay. I know you're saying that. I'm assuming things.
Say my name, say my name.
Oh my
if no
God,
one
that
is
was so
around you,
beautiful.
say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Better say my name.
Tell the truth. Who you with? How would you like to be?
You go, girl.
Oh, man, are your guys' jobs safe?
Thank you so much.
All right,
Dr.
Ashley.
Drew, all of you.
That's
I love
our
your
pleasure.
show. Listen to it every night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Well, isn't that lovely? You see that? you wade through a whole bunch of calls of teenagers hooked on smack or pregnant, and then you get one of those, and it makes it all worthwhile. Right, Drew?
Worthwhile.
Paying attention, would you? That was lovely, by the way,
That was
ladies.
pretty.
Thank you.
Heather,
Hi.
you're 16. I know people sing on records. I just never assume they can do it in real life. I don't know what. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's like a movie where, Jean-Claude Van Damme plays a cyborg or something. I'm used to him. Obviously, he's not in real life. I look that way at singers, too.
Well, we're used to those alternative rock bands where there is
It's
a
a
big difference.
lot of magic done in the studio, but not you guys.
Thank you.
Heather, where are we with Heather? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? You're 16.
Yeah, well, I wanted to say hi to Destiny's Child.
Hi.
I got your CD for Christmas and haven't been able to stop listening to it.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Yeah. Oh, my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. But, Adam, I wanted to say something new.
Yes.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when people call the show and say, this question is for Drew.
Yeah.
You always answer.
I know.
Somehow you will answer, and it bugs the crap.
Well, in fact, Heather, when somebody says that, he's sure to answer immediately.
Yeah.
That's
He makes
right.
a point of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I want to know why I always have to like guys. Like, I always need someone to like. And if they start to like me, I lose attraction and get bored.
Well,
And the ones that I
think we all do that.
Yeah.
You sound like me.
Young girls do that.
But see, I've always been like that. I had a really good childhood. I wasn't molested or.
Oh,
abused
you're
or anything.
16. What do you mean you've always been that way?
yeah.
You're 16.
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I've been obsessed with guys, like overly.
All right, well, and you guys can weigh in on this one, but I think all girls have that to some degree, especially young girls. Some have it more than others.
Yeah.
And the question is if Mr. Right came along, would you have to turn him down just because he was interested? Because if that's the case,
Or
then
is it
it's-
actually a protective mechanism that prevents
Yeah.
you from getting needlessly involved with somebody that really is not right for you?
Right.
That's kind of what I think it is, because I'm always so afraid that they're going to hurt me that I feel I have to hurt them first.
Where'd you get that fear? Did somebody were you abandoned when you were younger or something?
Not really. A family problem happened with my parents, and I'm not allowed to talk to my grandparents.
What happened?
They got in a business fight, and I was really close with my grandmother, and she moved to Arizona where it was cheaper, and I didn't talk to her for a long time, and it was really hard on me, and I had to move, and it was
You
really
may still
hard.
be dealing with that. I mean, that's a pretty painful loss.
I am.
Yeah, so that may be sort of resonating in your choices today. And I bet you'll get over that with time.
All right, Heather.
Because I've never had a boyfriend before.
Well, you're 16. It's all right.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's probably
okay.
a healthy thing. Listen, you want to know why not to have a boyfriend? Just listen to our show for a couple more hours.
That's right.
Lots of good reasons why not to.
It's also, if you want to know why not to get in a radio, listen to the show. Why not to do a lot of things? Just listen to the show, everybody. Destiny's Child is our guest tonight. We'll take ourselves a break. When we come back, we'll speak to James, who can't stop having sex with his girlfriend. He wants to know if he's addicted to it. We'll talk to him about that after this. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Beyonce, Farrah, and Michelle are here. We're not sure where
There goes Kelly.
There she goes. Destiny's Child.
What
is
to do? That's us.
the name of this group. They have ourselves a couple of Grammy nominations. A little a cappella for the Loveline. And we'll hop back on the phones and speak to James, who's 16. James?
Hey there.
Hey.
I'm 17. I gave the information wrong, but
Okay.
yeah. Well, I got a couple problems here. One of them is that I cannot stop having sex with my girlfriend, and the problem is she's 15 and she's really, really innocent and kind of little, but she's really cute. And it's just kind of a rundown on me because I know it's not right and stuff, and protection's always an issue. And
what are you doing for protection?
Usually just condoms. We looked into the whole depot shot, and
Keep that morning after pill around, all right?
yeah.
How old is she?
She's 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you say she's innocent and petite and stuff?
The thing was, like, she's beautiful, but she always, she was kind of abused when she was littler and stuff.
All right.
So.
Well, let the abuse continue, Brett. James,
I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't.
Yeah, stop
abusing her now.
Stop banging the bejesus out of the 15-year-old.
I think I need
Please.
to, I need you to kick some sense into me or something.
All right.
This isn't cool because it happened tonight and I didn't feel good about it, and so I called up you guys. And
Well, why do you... Okay, why you tell us why you feel it's wrong that you're having sex with her.
Well, first of all, she's 15. I know she's been abused previously. It's not right. I don't think it's right to be having sex with a 15-year-old, especially before marriage, and
What?
especially since I'm
Okay.
married for a kid.
Well, at least you're a very pious man. That's what I like about this, James. When he's not screwing, he's at church.
Well, pretty much, but
It's penance for this.
yeah. By
That's
the way,
right.
Adam, you're great. I listen to you all the time.
Thank you. Well, now I'm going to go easier on you. Hear that, callers? Little compliment. I don't care if you've killed 14 people.
We'll try it like
You
this.
tell me you like the man show, and all of a sudden I got a different attitude.
Let's see what happens. This question is for Adam, actually, and
Hey, James, quiet down. Now listen to me.
so
How do you know what her abuse is?
well, she's told me all about it and stuff.
And,
We've been
and
going after about.
what was it?
Well, her dad died. She got in an abusive relationship with a really, really bad guy. His name's Ricky, and he needs to die.
How old was he?
He was 18, and she was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
And so he ended up physically, mentally, any type of abuse possible. He actually made her sit on an ice block for a while because she was mad, because he was mad at her and stuff. So it was kind of.
Where's a guy get an ice block these days, by the way?
I don't know. He would just like pour ice down her back and stuff. And this guy needs a big beat down.
He had an ice block, though. I must drive the Zamboni at the rink or something.
I don't think it was an ice box, but it was just
Okay.
big puddle of ice.
Okay, hey, James?
Yeah.
And still, what's up? Was there a dad before he died? Was he abusive or anything?
Oh, no, the dad was a great guy. Just kind of all went downhill once he did die.
It's possible that she just got into an abusive relationship
Yeah.
when she was trying to deal with his loss.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just, I'm going through PAX today now, and it's like all the stress and that.
How long have you two been together?
We've been together 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
Hey, James?
Yeah?
Yeah, why don't you see if you can slow it down a little sexually and, maybe get to know her on a spiritual level or
Well, I know
something?
her quite well. It's just, I don't know, everything kind of went too fast, and then, of course, I'm regretful for doing it in the first place, but...
James.
How do you recommend I stop?
Well, it doesn't sound like it by the speed of your voice.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of nerve-wracking talking to, like, my hero, and...
Oh, there goes the compliment again. He's back in. You talking about me? Yeah.
But,
Hey, James?
yeah.
Okay, you need to cut your penis off.
Well, I actually thought about that, but then I kind of kicked myself in the bum and decided not to.
All right. I don't know what to say here. You're already...
You don't want to stop having sex, but you think you should. But you don't. You should wait until marriage. But you're.
What do you want from us?
I don't know. I don't care, James. You know what's right. Now control yourself. And I'm going to say that to everyone in America, by the way. Feel free to control yourselves, everybody. You have a lot of impulses, and we're living in a society now where everyone says, "Do what you want." Hey, if it feels good, do it.
That's BS.
Take it. It's yours. The world's yours. Everything's yours. Just get out there and do it. And all the sneaker commercials are telling everyone to go do stuff. And here's my advice. Go home and lock the door. Don't come out. I don't want to see you. Watch TV. I'm going to come out with the sneakers that have no soles on them. They're going to be called the TV sneakers. And they're going to be made for people like the lounge. They're not meant to be walked on, only to be reclined with. The top is a regular Air Jordan. The bottom is nothing. You can't go anywhere in these sneakers. That's what I want. I'm tired of all the Reeboks and the Nikes and all this nonsense with all this. It's your world. Go out there and take it. Go do it. You deserve. I want 100. All this ridiculous ads with this Gatorade. Guys are like they're broken down. They're bleeding. The guy's got a compound fracture. He's carrying his mountain bike across the finish line. I look at this commercial. I go, who are these retards? You should go home and take a shower, you idiot. Now, what the hell is this? There's more commercials with guys carrying, like, mountain bikes, running up hills and stuff. I see that. I see an idiot. To me, it's like, hey, get on the goddamn bike and pedal it, or go sit down. But don't put it over your shoulder and start running up a hill with it, you idiot.
Idiot.
Idiots.
Idiot.
All right, so here's the point. None of you are special. God has no plan for you except for to stay home and watch TV and listen to me. Please, everyone out doing their own thing. Control yourselves, everybody. It's fine. I don't care what your parents did to you. You're old enough now, you control yourselves.
That's right. To understand where your impulses are coming from, stand back and make healthier choices.
There you go. You'll be happier in the long run. Unless you're a big celebrity like me and have 2 TV shows and a national radio show. Then you do what you want. Myra? Right, ladies?
Right.
Thank you. The ladies are eating so much they can't answer. What is all that you're eating? What do you got going over there?
A cookie.
I like you guys because you drink a lot of coffee. That's good.
But they asked for hot chocolate.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
All right, but you're drinking coffee with just tons of sugar and cream in it, right?
That's right.
We made some hot chocolate.
At a certain point, it becomes melted ice cream. You understand? Once there's more cream and more sugar than actual coffee in there, it actually just becomes melted coffee ice cream. Myra?
Hey.
Hey, you're 17. What's up?
Yes, I am. I have this bump in my vagina, and I'm not sexually active.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, could it be like a huge zit or something?
Zit? Zit? Yeah,
zit?
you can get zit-like growths down there. You can also get Bartholin's glands that get infected and get abscesses in that area. That can happen.
Should I go? Yuck.
Is it tender?
I noticed because it itched a lot. I was sitting in class, and throughout the day, I was like, whoa, you know? So I came home, and I checked it out, and it was like, whoa.
Looked like a huge sit?
It doesn't look like a sit. I was just wondering, could it be that, since I'm not sexually active, you know?
Well, I never heard of a sit down there, but why don't you sit down with a doctor and talk about this?
Yeah, you need to have somebody look at it. Sometimes they have to drain them, and it can be kind of pain in the neck. But
something very, dangerous, right? I mean, I'm not, you know...
Okay, listen to me. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Yes.
You can get abscesses, infected Bartholin's glands, little zit-like growths down there, very commonly. Go get it taken care of.
It could be a potentially dangerous situation.
Yes.
All right. All right?
Okay, thanks.
All right. What's going on there, Drew? That's all right? Derek? Thanks for the giggles. You're 13 years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a question for Destiny's Child.
All right.
And I wanted to know how they met and decided to become a group.
Well, actually, Kelly and I met a long, long time ago, about 10 years ago, in auditions for a different group. And we met Farrah at Bill's video shoot, actually. And we met Michelle through our choreographer, Janella Segura. And
We've always had the desire to sing, and this has been our dream forever, so we felt like it was a great combination, and here we are.
Derek, are you a big fan?
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of theirs.
Thank you.
I love your music.
Thank you very
much. I even chose your music for a project I'm doing.
Really?
Great.
What's your favorite song off the album?
I guess it's Say My Name.
Really?
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I think so.
I got one more question for you. What do you think the next single should be?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Do you like to sing?
Yeah.
Do you sing also?
Yeah.
You do? What project did you use their song for?
Because our teacher is like, she asked us like to like make this thing. We have to pretend you're like a DJ or something like that.
Oh, really?
That's great.
What the hell's going on in these schools? What happened to the reading and the writing and the arithmetic? Now all of a sudden you're spinning records and
You gotta make it fun sometimes.
All
Music
right.
is fun.
Well, they open a bar.
It's
at
2000 now.
in there. I guess it is. Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
Do you think the band's cute? You like the girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling.
You know, it's weird because they're like older, mysterious ladies to you, right, Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Hey, seriously, are you guys attracted at all to me or Drew?
Of course.
Publicist must have given them a good talking to before they came in here. Just say you're attracted.
Send flowers the next day.
The guy who has one eyebrow, just say you're into him. We'll get you right out of there. Don't worry.
6 foot sub tomorrow. No, that's the third day.
Oh, okay.
All right. Welcome back to the Best of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, and this is Sean Patrick Thomas. Tonight, our guest is Sean Patrick Thomas. He is from Save the Last Dance. And by the way, was watching Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood and all that. And not only did they mention it was #1, but set a record for a Martin Luther King box office weekend
Opening.
And I'm sure Martin would be proud if he could see this. Well, I mean, it has to do with race.
That's true. That's
so
true.
It's the timing is good.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the previous record holder was, but they've been bumped.
Yeah. I think the previous record was Varsity Blues from a couple years ago.
Right. And it was. Does this surprise you?
I'm completely shocked.
Really?
Shocked. Yeah. Like, I knew it was a good movie and I was proud of it and I had fun doing it. But to think that all these shows would be sold out and people have trouble getting in, that just blows my mind.
How do you think the vibe got going on it?
I think they really promoted it well on MTV. I think they really got out like the interracial love story thing going and just to put the conflicts out there that people live with every day and that they wanted to see it up on screen.
Sean is in this with Julia Stiles, who's now everywhere, by the way. Every time I turn on the TV, I see her. She has a good look. I mean, it's kind of a hot chick that you could get look. You know that look? She looks like an Irish boxer, and I don't mean that.
Oh, man.
I don't mean that in a bad
That's
way.
Foul, man. That's foul.
She's got a look. You don't know who Teddy Atlas is. He's a used to be a boxing trainer, and now he does like commentary. She got a little look like she got socked in the face, but
oh man,
but with a beautiful,
she's a cutie
with
man.
a beautiful glove. I don't mean that in a bad way. She just she's good looking, but she looks like you could get her. There's something very appealing about that, as opposed to Catherine Zeta-Jones is real good looking and you can't get her. I think I could get Julia, or at least
in your mind.
In my mind,
yes.
I could, and that's.
I don't know about that, man. She's a tough nut to crack.
No,
definitely.
I know. I couldn't.
Don't
I'm
take
just
him literally,
saying
please.
No, I'm saying the attraction. There's certain women who are very attractive because they have a beautiful but almost common look that looks like the common man could be seen with her.
Right.
She's very beautiful but does not have that highfalutin look. You with me on that?
I guess so, but I think she could have it if she wanted it. She just doesn't choose that aesthetic for herself. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree about that. But, Sean, you know his work from Can't Hardly Wait, and Picture Perfect, Courage Under Fire, Cruel Intentions. Wow, there's a lot of movies, and these are all just in the last couple of years. Yeah, what about that Dracula 2000?
It's basically kind of like a hip, sexed up, modern day retelling of the Dracula legend. Basically, what would happen if Dracula were released into the modern world in the United States, right now?
I think he'd go mainly unnoticed.
In the goth scene.
Yeah, I think he'd blend right in. There's certain parts of New York, Chicago, and L.A. he could just blend right in, get himself a trench coat, and no one would bother him. All right, so that's out.
Yeah.
You got Save the Last Dance out, and we're going to take some calls. You know how the show goes?
Yeah, sure.
Just jump in, say whatever you want.
All right.
Edna,
Yeah.
you're 16?
Yeah.
What's up?
I had just recently, about a month ago, lost my virginity to a guy that was 23. And the show I was just listening to, ironically, you were talking about Winnie the Pooh, and everyone called him Tigger. And that kind of...
Doubly creepy.
Yeah.
They called the 23-year-old guy Tigger?
Because he fought and he bounced when he fought.
He bounced when he fought.
Yeah.
So what's the question?
Well, I talked to my doctor and about it because he kind of forced me, but he cried and told me he loved me. And
This guy forced you to have sex with him?
yes. And
Okay, well, so he raped you.
I don't. Yeah.
When did he cry and tell you he loved you? When you told him you were going to have him arrested?
No, right after, and it's been a mess ever since that. And he shouted out the windows or whatever that he loved me and all this stuff. And the thing was, I only knew him for 4 days, and I knew it wasn't true. And he'd sing these songs to me, like Lone Star Song, and
Okay, what's the question? The guy's creeping us out
The
completely.
Lone Star song?
yeah.
I don't want to know.
All right.
And
He shouted out the window.
yeah, and basically, well, I told my doctor, and my doctor called Children's Services, and Children's Services came to school. I didn't think my doctor could do that, but I guess he has to because of my age.
Right.
And Children's Services came to school, and the woman basically told me either I tell my father or I call my dad and tell him, or she was going to. And so I had to tell my dad, and it's really hurt my relationship with him, and it's hurt my outlook on everything. And right now I'm kind of like, I used to be really religious into church, and I had this whole thing where I wasn't going to have sex till I was married. And right now I'm not dealing with any of this very well. And then I was...
Hey, Edna?
Yes?
I hate to jump in here in the middle of your role here, but could you turn down the Billy Ray Cyrus, please, so we could get to the end of this? It's kind of distracting.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
Idiots. Go ahead there, Edna.
There's this other boy that I had been talking to, and I ended up sort of sleeping with him because I figured it just didn't matter anyway. I was already ruined. And then he's been, of course, being a guy, because he was 17, he, quit talking to me and was mean.
What happened to the 23-year-old?
He threatened me because I guess the police were looking for him, and he found out because Children's Services had to call the police, and he just threatened me a little bit and told me I better not press charges. I don't want to press charges.
So he turned out to be not such a great guy. Hmm?
Tell him the cops found out when he shouted it out the window.
Yeah.
A couple guys were sitting in a patrol car.
First of all,
then so you went and slept with another guy because you figured it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah, and I didn't think that I would have any remorse, and it's just tearing me up inside.
Okay, all right. So you're still sort of intact, and you're still responding to these experiences as you would expect you would, given your previous belief system.
But do you like the second guy?
No.
And she just doesn't like the fact that she's acting out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm feeling like I want affection, and
Right.
I'm not
Fine.
sure, really.
Where can you get that? Mom?
My mom walked out on me about a year ago.
So she's already gone. And that's probably why this all started happening in the first place.
Yes,
Why this 23-year-old found a good victim here.
There's much more brewing here than the 23-year-old cowboy.
Yeah, and as usual, it's not so much the age difference between the 16 and 23-year-old that bothers us as much as what it says about the 23-year-old that would have sex with the 16-year-old. That's what we're trying to protect you from, that kind of person. And
Where's your mom?
She's in Columbus. She had a drinking problem, and her and my dad ended up splitting up because of that. And I've seen her twice in a year, and it was on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
All right.
So where can you get some connection? Where can you get some affection? Where can you have
not affection, but
well, she wants a relationship. She wants some
affection
kindness.
equals erection.
Well, for her, that's true.
She just needs some counseling.
Yes. Anybody you can talk to?
I have no idea. I have turned to friends, but I have a couple friends that are guy friends, and I don't even want to do that because I'm afraid I might do something with them even.
Oh boy. What about you had
Those girls when I was in high school, the ones who were going to stop me before I have sex again.
But you have a relationship with a church community. What about rekindling that?
The girls that I go to church with are, not to be mean, they're very sheltered.
All right,
but how about
just
clergy?
Go to church. You don't have to hang out with the girls.
How about the clergy?
The what?
Clergy.
Those are the people at the crosses?
The dark
guys who wear
cloaks?
the sort of mock turtlenecks, light the candles, those guys?
I go to a Baptist church.
Oh, okay. Listen, hey, Edna?
Yeah.
I know it's a hard time for you right now. You have your dad. He found out about it.
He's being an idiot.
He's going to simmer, but he'll cool down real fast. Don't act out. No more seeking comfort in the arms of strangers. Talk to your friends. Go back to church. Reconnect with them. Talk to a counselor at school.
I've already been through counseling. I think it's a huge joke, especially around here.
All right. Okay, then do nothing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not flying out there.
The counseling, you don't go through counseling in a couple of days.
Yes. What happened with your mom is a big deal, and that's something that you need to talk about and work through. Okay, so you do need to get back into counseling.
You could also go to rape counseling groups. You could go to Alateen. There's lots of options out there for you. Okay.
I went to a counseling group about a year ago because my best friend had died, and the woman made me watch a light bright board and told me to say my feelings as I watched the lights. And I pretty much felt that was kind of a joke and that wasn't helping me.
Well, my therapist uses an Etch-a-Sketch. You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Edna?
Yes.
I want to help you, but not really.
Well, it's help me if you can.
I'm not. You're not going to challenge me to help you. I'm going to tell you a few things you have to do, and then we got to go to another call.
Okay.
I'm sorry you're in a bad way, but you have to reconnect with your church and your counselors and your father
and your friends.
And
if you're the therapist is sort of inadequate or you don't feel like you're responding to what they're telling you, tell them that. Say, it's working for me. Try something else.
She was angry, boy.
Yeah, but justifiably.
Marie?
Yeah.
You're 16?
Uh-huh.
What's up there, baby?
Hi. I'm very nervous. I had my legs amputated when I was about 3 years old.
From what?
It's kind of a sad story. I was sleeping in bed, and my older brother came by and took really, really big rubber bands and tied them around my legs. So
was he playing?
He wasn't playing. I was just sleeping, and he tied them around my legs, and this was over a course of 12 hours. I was very sleepy because I was sick, and I had a lot of Dayquil or something, and
you were 3 or 3?
Uh-huh.
Dayquil.
Yeah. 3, and you were taking. Who gave you Dayquil at 3?
I don't know, an aunt. I don't really remember all that much. I was 3. I don't really remember, but the circulation got cut off to my legs, and the doctor had to amputate them, both of my legs.
From where? What point?
From about from the femur. I only have 2 femurs. I don't have calves or feet.
So from the knees?
Mm-hmm. I have both of those, but.
Both of what?
Hold on, we're gonna take a break. I gotta kill myself. These last 2 calls are bringing me down. True, what is this? Marie, are you serious?
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Drew, is this possible?
It's possible, but there's something missing.
Something missing?
Yeah. It's not all fitting together for you. But go ahead. What is it you're calling about?
Well, I have a boyfriend, and he lost his legs during the '89 earthquake.
Hold on, I gotta kill myself again. Yeah?
And we've gotten together, and we want to have sex, but I don't really know how. since he doesn't have any legs, and I just like have these two like nubs.
Well, what's he have?
He doesn't have like anything. It's like just like not really there. Like just like these. They're like shorter than mine.
Shorter than yours.
What happened to him?
89 earthquake. Like he was like driving. He was like about 4 years old, I guess. At the time, he's about a year older than me, and no, he was like 5 or something, and he was in a car, and like I'm not really sure, but like a bridge fell on him, not like the Bay Bridge or anything. It was like
yeah.
It was,
what's his name?
His name's Derek.
Is he in a wheelchair?
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
Are you in a wheelchair?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you two meet?
We met like at a family reunion. He was like someone like my cousin's like cousin, something like that. And he had to come along because no one was taking care of him. He couldn't really do much around the house, and so his cousin decided to take him to our family reunion.
And is he concerned about how this sex act's going to go down?
How what?
How this is going to go down? How you two are going to have sex?
He wants to, but we're like totally confused and freaked out.
Well, first off, I think legs just get in the way when you have sex. If you think about it, it's always move that, watch out, you're going to knock the lamp over, get out of the way. I think I could operate better without legs. And I like my victims or girlfriends, as
you call them.
I call them. I like them not to have legs too. And furthermore, I think it would make my penis look bigger if I didn't have legs. All things being relative.
Oh, think of those testes.
Yeah, I could say they hang down. My nuts hang down lower than my legs. I wouldn't be lying. All right, listen. I think this is fine. You guys will work it out. I mean, why is this so sad? I mean, I know it's sad, but what I mean is you found each other.
But aren't they 16 years old and talking about having sex? Like, what about that issue?
Well, actually, do you have a relationship?
We've been going out for about a year and a half now.
The average age of onset in this country is 16.2.
You're kidding.
That's the average.
Wow.
All right, you've been going out for a year.
Make sure you use contraception, right?
Yeah, use a condom. Just work it out. I mean, you'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm not really sure because I've not had. This is like my first boyfriend.
Yeah,
but everybody's freaked out. Legs or no legs.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing at 16. Thank God I didn't get laid till I was 29.
Right.
All right, Marie, you're fine. I mean, relatively. This guy's great. You guys can just figure it out together. It's all right.
Okay.
All right. Read, get that Kama Sutra book and see what positions they got there that don't seem to be leg intensive.
Aren't you intelligent? Enjoy.
Yeah, and enjoy. All right, Marie?
All right.
You're fine, baby.
All right, bye.
Take care of yourself. Jesus Christ. My sister stabbed me with a crocheting needle. I've still not forgiven her. If she'd taken my legs, that would have been it.
That story didn't...
Something missing?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
But here's the deal. If you were going to call a radio station and make up a story about why you got your legs amputated...
It would have been a lawnmower.
You would have said a train.
Yeah.
You would have said a car accident. Motorcycle accident. Your brother wrapping a jump rope around your knees while you were sleeping at your aunt's house is not the story you would go with. So there's got to be truth there.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is that's the story she was told. Something worse happened to her, something weird.
Yeah, but But the brother's got to be like, come on, don't pin this one on me.
Yeah, maybe he did something else. So I don't know what, but it's the rubber band and NyQuil. All right. I was 3.
So she found the guy, Dayquil, to be fair to her, and she found a guy good that can work it out.
Yeah.
All right. Those are very bizarre calls we started with, Drew. Jared?
Hello?
You're 15. What's up?
Hey, I pleasure myself by kind of sticking things up my pie hole, so to speak.
I see.
Pie hole.
Yeah.
I see.
Pie hole, that's a finishing school term?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right next to your cake hole. It's actually underneath your cake hole.
Oh, my God.
And, Jared?
Yeah.
I see.
And, recently, about 2 days ago, I think I seriously hurt myself.
Okay, so...
Hold on, do you believe this, Drew?
Well, let's just finish it out here.
All right.
What about seeing a doctor about it?
Well, what'd you get stuck up there?
Well, I do this thing in the shower where I get a plunger.
No.
Wait a minute. I believe him.
No.
I want to believe him. Which end of the plunger, Jared?
Well, it's the shaft end.
The shaft end. All right. I'm on board.
No.
Yes.
And I get this, the suction cup, and I put it in the shower.
Right. You plant that down.
Right, and then I hold on to.
I didn't even know those were plungers. I thought that's what it was made for.
And then I hold on the shower curtain.
Right.
To stable myself, and I kind of go up and down on this.
Right.
On the plunger.
Right. You lube up with Prel first, though, right?
Of course.
And the shower curtain gave way.
Exactly.
And you landed on this thing.
That's up. There were people. I was in the hospital when somebody died from that.
Really?
Yeah. The
relative
went right through his colon.
Are you serious?
It was a broom.
It was a broom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Okay, but listen, isn't that just sort of Darwin taking out the garbage when someone dies by shoving a broom up their ass?
Here we go. You're talking to Jared here.
All right. I'm still with you, Jared.
Yeah.
So you lean down on the thing, and then the shower curtain gave way.
Right. And this thing, I swear, was going to hit my stomach. This hurt.
Went that far up.
You got to get checked out, Jared. It's actually very dangerous.
Yeah. I've had a little bit of bleeding.
Have you had abdominal pain, too?
Oh, yes, I have.
Please go get checked out, like right now.
It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, well, walk in. Anyone who wants to see stuff like this, spend an evening in an emergency room. Somebody will walk in with a story like that.
Really? Listen, I'll go. I'll spend a Friday night at the emergency room. But so help me Christ, Drew, if no one comes in there with something up their ass, I'm gonna come gunning for you.
You won't be disappointed. But here's what they all say. Every single one of them.
They slipped.
They sat on it. But
right.
You know what? Jared sat on it. I never thought about them actually willfully sitting on it. Maybe that's what they were doing.
All right. Well, it's semantics. All right. Sean, are you disgusted?
Actually, yeah. To be perfectly frank, that kind of freaked me out a little bit, man.
Yeah. It hurts, doesn't it? I'm just hearing about it.
Yeah.
The good news is he was probably making it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think.
But the bad news is it's happened to many, many people.
Yeah, I think it's probably real. Actually, the sum total of that call. But
all right, yeah, Anderson, I see you flailing around there like a docked flounder.
Poor Sean, we're just shooting him out of the sky here.
I know. We'll see if we can find something a little more normal.
I had no idea what I was getting into here.
No doubt.
Hey, listen, I didn't either. That was 5 years ago. We will get back with some more palatable calls after this. Hey, yeah, it's Loveline. That's great radio.
But listen, I like Jamie Presley, and she's coming up next, and we had a nice time with her.
Yes.
Even though you insulted her, I think she redeemed your respect.
I love that little girl.
Yeah.
That's Jamie Presley, by the way. Tom Katz, Alex.
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been having a relationship with my girlfriend for about a year now, and about 2 weeks ago, before she moved away to Illinois, we had sex, and I guess something went wrong, and she called me 2 days ago.
What do you mean something went wrong? With what?
Like, I guess the condom broke or something.
How do you guess that?
How'd you not know?
She told me she's pregnant.
Well, how did you not know it broke when you were having... Did you take the condom off?
Yeah, but we didn't check it.
But normally, like, if you take the condom off and it's broken, the semen would have fallen out of it, or there wouldn't have been anything in it. How can you not tell?
I don't know. Like, when I ripped the thing, it may have nicked a little in the condom, I guess.
Yeah, but why wasn't it...
All right.
Anyway,
listen, we all know
she says she's pregnant.
But this call doesn't hang together on many levels. Many levels.
Why? What are the other levels?
When did you have sex with her?
About 2 weeks ago.
All right.
And she knows she's pregnant. How did she find out she was pregnant?
She called me.
How did she find out she was pregnant?
She got some test at, like, the drugstore or something.
Well, how long does it take to find out if you're pregnant or not?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now she's pregnant, and she says it's your child, right?
Yeah.
And what's her plan?
I don't know. She was crying, and I'm scared because...
How old are you again?
I'm 15.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Okay.
Were you guys going to continue the relationship after she moved away?
Yeah, that's what she wants to do, but I don't see what the point is.
Yeah, man.
Well, if you have a baby, there's a big point.
Yeah, there is a point now.
Well, do you think that she may be saying this to try to get you
lure you there,
re-involved in the relationship?
Yeah, I was totally involved in the relationship. I love her.
No, do you think that she said these things
Hold
to
on a
try to
second.
get you to come?
Alex, what's your first language? Where are you from? Spain? English? Really?
No. I was adopted, so I don't really know, like, what my heritage is or whatever. I'm thinking German or...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to be out of the relationship? I mean, I don't understand. I know we're not talking about pregnancy right now, but she moved away to Illinois, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there's going to be any way to continue the relationship, you being in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And is she a little bit nutty? Do you think this is the kind of thing she may be making up?
No, she's not making it up.
Okay. What does she want to do? Does she want to
What is her plan?
Have the child?
We didn't really talk about it that much. She said she had to talk to her parents and tell them, and I was like, oh, God, I have to tell my parents, too. And
I think, quite frankly, if you guys were, adult enough to have sex, and if the condom did, in fact, break, then you need to be man enough to go to wherever it is she is and talk to her and her parents and discuss what needs to go on.
What's he going to do, ride his moped?
You know what? You got to tell your parents. Get a job. If you're having a child, you're going to have to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I have a job, so...
Well, Jamie's got some tough love here. Yeah, what's he going to do,
Sometimes you got to do that. No.
Okay, but hold on. He's 15. He's in Frisco. She's in Chicago somewhere. And this is going to be tough. I mean, he may not have the resources to get out there. I think he needs to talk to her about what her plan is. I mean, she could be having an abortion. She could give the child up for adoption. There's other alternatives here.
It makes sense to give the child up for adoption. That would be a very courageous and reasonable thing to do on behalf
Absolutely.
of the child. We'll give you the Planned Parenthood phone number if you want to talk to somebody. It's 1-800-230-PLAN, P-L-A-N, 230-PLAN. And then we're going to see what her parents want to do about this. Since I think it's great that she's telling her parents. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I still have my doubts, frankly, that this is his child. Awfully quick, no rupture condom. It just doesn't all really hang together for me.
All right.
But be that as it may, you may have to be supporting this child, and if she does decide to keep the child, you will be obliged to support it financially until he's 18.
Also, how accurate are the tests that you buy from the store?
They're very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Elizabeth?
Yes.
So it was a good angle. I would have tried to work that angle, too.
Yes, Your Honor.
Turns out they're good. What's up there? You're 14.
Yes. Last night, my boyfriend put on the condom the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And then he realized that, and he took it off and put it on the right way. And then we had sex, and I was wondering what the chances of me getting pregnant from that, because I think a little semen got on the tip of it.
How do you put it on inside out?
Yeah.
How did he even do that?
Yeah,
he didn't get all the way. I just sort of got it over the head a little bit.
But you started having you started having sex with it on.
No. Then he flipped it around. And put it on. And could the tip of his penis contacting the outer surface?
He could have been.
He
could have been leaking, right?
I see.
Yeah. I mean, that's a theoretic possibility, but highly unlikely.
It's because I just got my period today, and I was just wondering if there's any possibility, like right now.
Well, it's not zero, but it's nearly zero.
Okay.
You can get a pregnancy test in 2 weeks if you have any concerns.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
All right, baby. Good times.
Okay.
14, Sweetie P.
Yeah, I know.
Slow it down a little bit, all right?
We could be gambling on her.
How old's your boyfriend?
14.
Okay. Jesus,
okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you to do what I did. Go to Planned Parenthood. I was 14, and I went, and not even because I was having sex. The thought of having a child at that age made me cringe, and if I did want to have sex...
Wait a minute. You had to be having sex.
No, I had sex, but I went away to Japan.
Right.
And when I was there, a lot of us girls, I didn't have sex while I was there.
Sure.
So I was 15, I'm sorry. Because of the time change and the whole thing, a lot of us didn't have our periods for months while we were there.
Really?
Yeah, and I wasn't having sex or anything, so when I came back, just because it scared me so bad, I went and put myself on the pill at Planned Parenthood.
The fact that they were telling you were fat and you weren't eating?
Yeah, no, I gained weight when I went over there because I ate, so I love the food.
Who did you go there with?
I went alone. I had a contract with Saint Théon.
How do you do that? I mean, how do
I've been an old soul since the day I was born. I was good. I went, had an apartment with a girlfriend that was from Georgia. We both worked with the same agency.
Your parents let you do that?
I was emancipated at 15.
Why?
I lived on my own since I was 15. My parents went through a divorce after 21 years when I was 14, and my mother and I moved to California because I was modeling and flying back and forth so much, and we're from a small town, and it was easier. And I ended up going to Japan, and I went to Italy and lived there when I was 19. And
how does that work after 21 years?
You know what? The last 12 years of it were not... my mother married him when she was 18. Back in the day, you just do that. You know, like, they did that, and they didn't know any better. My father...
So when they divorced, they were your age after 21 years of marriage.
Holy Christ.
Yeah. They're both remarried now, happily remarried, I think, whatever. But,
I couldn't imagine. I mean, like, I was nervous about slumber parties at 15, down the street kind of thing. I couldn't imagine going to Japan at
it was scary. I had
with an apartment.
I got up and took the train every day to work, and it was like I was an adult. I just did what I had to do. I went and worked and came back and went to the grocery store and lived like a normal adult would at 15.
And I won't
learned how to speak Japanese, did the whole thing.
What about education? I mean, not that I got any when I was in high school, and I'm sure you were getting more education than anybody who was
traveling.
Still in school.
I learned more than I did in school.
Right, but I mean, how was that okay with whoever?
What happened was because I was emancipated, and we did that, but I wasn't divorcing my parents in any way. We did that so that I could go to Japan because we thought, at the time we were told that I couldn't go alone at 15 unless I was emancipated. So we did that, and then we found out I didn't need to be, but it ended up helping me out in the end anyway because I lived on my own. However, I came back, went into independent studies because I went during the second semester of my sophomore year in high school. Went into independent studies, did it until I was a junior in high school, asked my English teacher, who was a good friend of mine, how long is it going to be till I graduate, because you can only do one class at the time, and each class took a minimum 6 weeks. She said 19 possibly, and I said, okay, I'm out, and I went to college. And my major was sports medicine, fitness specialist with a dance minor, and I didn't get to finish, so.
How cool are you, though, coming back from Japan in the 11th grade, and, hey, kids, what's up? How'd the football team
I'll tell you, it was a hell of an experience, but I wouldn't, I was like, domo arigato gozaimasu.
So I was eating blowfish and on the catwalk. What's going on over here? How'd the team do?
I showed my age not being able to use chopsticks, though. That was the one thing I couldn't do.
You guys play a little softball and do some catfishing while I was gone? How'd it go? Everything okay?
Crawfish?
Yeah. I did blow with De Niro on a Learjet. What's going on? What's going on over here? How'd the snow dance go? Is that fine without me? Jim look good? All right. Katie?
Yeah, you can push these buttons.
Yeah, there you go there. Katie, you're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
I had a question for Jamie.
Hi.
Hi. I'm a dancer, and I was wondering if you had been a dancer previously in your life, or was it because of Jack and Jill that you dance? Or
my mother's a dance teacher, and I've been dancing for 21 years. I started when I was 3, and that's been my life since I was 3.
Came from,
eating disorder.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that only lasted a month because I love food.
Yeah.
I know dancing and eating. When I go into the robot, people start vomiting. So I know, I do know that it works that way.
How long have you been dancing?
Well, I'm not really dancing right at the moment, but I danced for 9 years of my life.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I love it, and I really need to get back into it.
Why aren't you dancing now?
Because I haven't been dancing since 6th grade when I moved up to Sacramento. I used to live down in Southern California.
Oh, I see. No dancing in Sacramento?
There's dancing everywhere you go.
Illegal in Sacramento.
What is that, like the Footloose school over there?
Good. There's no good dance school.
How old are you?
17.
You know what you can do? What I did when I was 7, I mean, I went to college when I was 17, but you can actually go if there's a junior college anywhere around. If they have a performing arts department, which the majority of the schools do, especially junior colleges, you can go and actually take classes you go and you pay to be a student just in the classes, but it's not something that goes on your final record as a college student. You can actually just go and pay to take the classes.
Oh, really? That sounds cool.
Yeah, you should do that. That's what I did. It's a great experience to be there with all those great dancers. It pushes you.
Awesome.
All right there, Katie.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Good times.
Get that, Adam? Great dancers at junior college.
No. Well, no.
They can't afford it.
Junior college is fine
not.
for dancing and softball and
it's good to get you into the bigger schools.
It's good to score.
If you don't have the grades and coming out of high school.
Yeah. But did you go off to a bigger school?
No, because I started working and I couldn't.
Right.
I went for 2 years.
Nobody ever goes on to a bigger school. That's my only problem.
3 of my friends did.
In theory, it's good. Now, were they Asian?
No. They usually go straight to the universities.
That's what I'm saying. But sometimes they just get off the boat and they gotta sweat it
Learn
out
the
in junior
English,
college
right.
for a year or two. Mickey?
Mikey?
Mikey.
Oh, Mikey, I'm sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
You're 20. What's up?
Almost 20. My birthday's in 2 days. Anyway.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Jamie, I just wanted to say that I love your voice and
thank you.
You're super hot. I was wondering if there's any way that I can get like an autograph or anything like that.
If I ever see you, absolutely.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys don't have like a I don't know, fan club or anything like that?
We're actually working on one right now.
Really?
But if you write to the WB, if you go online to the WB.com and go through all the shows, go to where it says Jack and Jill.
Right.
And you send in a request for that, or you can actually write the WB and send it to Jack and Jill production office.
The email address is
Okay.
All right, I think I got that one.
Yeah, right.
Also, can I ask another question for Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Drew, you're just awesome. I think you're the best, and the total idol and everything, and you too, Adam. Anyway.
Yeah.
I have like this keloid scar on my back, and I was wondering what can I do to get rid of it?
How big is it?
It's like less than a dime. It's like, it's pretty small.
What's it from?
I guess an acne scar.
How long you had it?
Maybe over a year, I guess.
What color are you?
I'm Asian.
Is it
How do
darker?
the Asians do with the keloid?
Some do. Well, white people keloid too, but sometimes with darker pigmented skin, the keloids will get even darker than your
right.
Your skin.
It's a lot darker than my regular skin or whatever.
They can be excised. They can be removed by a plastic surgeon. Sometimes they can inject steroids into it. Or you can use
I was going to say, my girlfriend had them inject. What kind of? It's a
cortisone.
Cortisone, yeah.
Can they? What about just putting like vitamin E on it or something? It's not gonna
That tends not to. Keloid is a keloid, and really, if it's a problem, they'll actually, the plastic surgeon will go back and take it out, try to take it out. The problem is obviously you can read keloid again.
You should just go to the dermatologist and have him look at it.
Right, or a plastic surgeon.
A plastic surgeon, yeah.
Well, listen, tell people you got shot there.
Sounds much cooler.
Yeah, you don't go, that big old shit. Well, it isn't as big as the one I had on my ass, but it was big. Thankfully, the hairs covered the one on my ass. Maybe I've said too much. All right, Jamie Presley's our guest. I hear she's leaving after. You got to hang around one more break.
I'll totally stay.
Good times, baby. Good times.
Good times.
All right, we'll be back. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jamie Presley's our guest tonight. Tom Katz.
Good times.
I was picturing. I was looking at Drew in his pajama bottoms, or his these sort of flannel sweats that Ann got us, and I'm wearing mine tonight. Although I wear mine every night. Drew's wearing his. And it really dawned on me the state of my disheveledness when I was leaving my house on Friday. A guy, Gary, a carpenter friend, came over. I had some stuff lined up for him to do. We're standing in my garage. I was kind of running late. And I said, all right, so Gary, just pull the gate shut, turn the alarm on. You know what work. The tools are in the basement, blah, blah, blah. And I go, I'm running late for work. And he goes, you're going to work? And I go, yeah, I got to go now. And he goes, but you're wearing your pajamas. And I said,
I go to work every day in my pajamas.
Yeah, that's...
Jamie's their pajamas, too.
Really, I live in sweats.
Really dawned on me, though, that this guy was a simple man, but he wanted to know why I was going to work in my pajamas. It's different at 10:30 in the morning, too. It's like, it seems bizarre.
The thing that's bizarre, I have so many...
I go to work No, I'm sorry, not this job.
You mean the man show?
Yeah, I go to the man show in my pajamas, which was really... another thing that was funny, or maybe just to me, is I did... we shot something where I had to wear pajamas, and...
you just wore your normal clothes.
No, I said to everybody, I go, all right, well, I'm going to go get changed back into my... And then I paused, I went... other pajamas. And then we're going to leave.
I own 8 million outfits that have never been worn because I wear pajamas every day.
Good times,
Good
baby.
times.
Well, you're going to get to work. They're going to put makeup on you and hand
they're
you
gonna
something
dress
to
you.
wear.
So what's the point?
And there's nothing worse than really getting dressed. I mean, the socks and the tight pants. I like to wear tight pants. Show the ladies where I'm coming from. Yeah, and my high riding type boots that lace all the way up. And, my collared shirts and the whole thing with I wear Dickies and things and ascots.
Yeah, of course, ascots.
And so the thing is, there's nothing worse than getting dressed and then really getting undressed again. Might as well I'd like to just go to work in my comforter with an erection and drop it when I get there and put my clothes and makeup on.
Yeah, might as well.
Too bad that comforter can't be...
It cannot be folded.
It can be folded anymore.
Well, it's folded like a taco shell. It gets folded once. You try to straighten it out.
It cracks apart like a taco shell, too.
Yeah, it's seen better days. Michelle.
Hello?
Michael.
Oh, Michael. Man, I'm all over the place tonight. Michael, what's up?
Hey, Jamie.
24.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Dr. Drew got a question for you.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen all too often, but after I urinate, when I'm all finished, sometimes I get a shooting pain between, I guess, in the area between my anus and my testicle.
Are you on any medication?
No.
And any history of any medical problems?
No.
In recent, how long has this been going on for?
It's actually technically been going on, I think for a couple of years.
Well...
But it only happens like once every maybe month or two.
Yeah, it's sort of a bladder spasm probably. And
Can that be caused from straining too much?
yeah, it can be caused from prostate irritation. He might have other sort of urethral irritation, but it's been going on a long time. It's probably not any sort of infectious problem. It's just one of those things some guys get.
You ride a bike?
I ride a motorcycle, but
I wonder if that could be adding to it.
Street bike?
Yeah.
You ride a lot?
No, I haven't really because it's been cold lately, so no.
Well, from now on, use a cup.
No, that won't work.
No, that would hurt worse.
It's the pudendal. It's the under.
It's in between.
All right, so what can he do?
Not worry about it.
All
Drink
right.
lots of fluid, pee frequently, don't hold your urine for long periods of time.
Good times. Steve?
Yes.
You're 27?
Yes, and I'm a virgin.
Really?
Yeah.
How come? Hey, can you turn whatever's on in the background down, please?
I can't get it.
Moron. All right, did you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you think you're a virgin?
I know I am.
I know, but what is the cause of this virginity? Not getting laid?
Right.
What's motivating that?
I just can't get it. I can't get any.
Why not, do you think?
I don't know. I don't go out. I'm shy, extremely shy.
Well, you seem to be answering your own question.
Do you have like an anxiety problem where when you get in social situations, you're sort of overwhelmingly uncomfortable and anxious?
Correct.
Well, there's something called social anxiety disorder, social phobia, that can be treated. You might want to see someone about that. Make it so it's more comfortable for you to go amongst people so you can actually meet someone and maybe have some sort of relationship.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a body shop.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, so you know that Bondo, the hardening...
No, I work in the paint.
Oh, you work in the paint, yeah.
You going to give them a zit?
Yeah, 90% benzoyl peroxide on the hardening, the catalyst, yeah? Yeah, use that on my zit once. Hey, so you work around, you go outside, you live on your own?
Yeah.
In order to get laid, though, you have to actually go out and meet people. So I think the best thing in the world is to go and speak with someone, a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
I don't drink. I don't.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, but see, you may have a disorder that can be helped and treated.
Yeah, and you're not going to meet any chicks at a body shop.
Or in your house.
Well, what kind of a doctor do I go to?
You can start with your regular doctor, but a psychiatrist would be the ideal person to see. Because there's good medication for social phobia now.
All right, Steve?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good times. Yeah, just talk to a psychiatrist and, good times. I don't know. Should guys in body shops really be getting laid, though? And what do you want?
9 times out of 10, you hear that they're the ones always getting laid. Not necessarily by the best winners in the world, but, you know.
No. But that's a
You think of the stereotypical hot mechanic working on a car, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you've been looking at too many calendars.
I've been watching movies.
Yeah, let me tell you, the body shop dudes, that's a different breed of cat over there. Think about that gig, by the way. Just in a spray booth all day, masking off cars, wets, just pretty much prepping and spraying all day. Oh, that Bondo, all that toxic material.
That's where you'd say tough times.
Yeah, bad times.
Bad times.
Brian?
Yo.
You're 21.
Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. My problem... Well, actually, hold on just a second here. Dr. Drew, you are the smartest, most not magnificent, but...
All right, Brian. Okay.
No, go ahead.
You can tell us next to is a liar. So what does it care? What do you care what he says?
Oh, okay. What's your problem?
Well, I don't know about compulsive liar, but sometimes like I wasn't fibbing there though. But I mean, people ask me like, what's going on over the day, and I'll just. Just about routine things. I just lie.
Do you outright lie,
or something?
Do you outright lie, or do you exaggerate?
Sometimes I just make up things that never happened, but usually it's just like, to make a story better.
I think a lot of people do that. That's just exaggerating. That's not necessarily compulsive lying.
Can you give us an example?
Well, I mean, I don't know. My friend could come over and ask me, hey, what'd you do today, Brian? And I'll be like, even though nothing happened or I just played tennis or something like that, I'll be like, or maybe, here's a good idea. Like, I played tennis and I lost, but I'll tell her I played tennis and I won. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'll make up a completely different story.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What does it do for you? How do you feel when you do it?
It's like, I don't know. It's like, I just don't want to, it's like I don't like the way that, like, it's just boring,
So you don't feel sort of worthy of anyone's attention, even.
Yeah.
Unless you can give them something more.
Well, I don't know.
It's a way of keeping a distance from people because they never really know what the truth is about you.
Yeah,
right.
I find I do that an awful lot.
And I think it's a way of manipulating people in your own quiet way because you're sort of pulling one over on them. You're kind of controlling them in a way because you're feeding them false information that they're believing. So it's a way to keep a distance and sort of control them in a way.
Right. Like, yeah. Usually, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I do it. I mean, just mostly the question is how can, like, not just what can I do to stop it, but I mean, it's like, it's not, I mean, if I could just stop it and say, like, hey, don't lie, I would. But I mean, it's out of my mouth before I even know I'm doing it.
Then think before you speak. And I have a question. When you tell this girl, yeah, I won at tennis, even though you didn't, do you think that's changing? You think if you said I didn't win, that it would change her perception of you?
No, I mean...
Then why tell her that you won, when in fact you didn't?
Well, I don't know, because...
What good would that do?
Lose, sort of.
Yeah, again.
Not even sort of.
Well, maybe this problem could be solved. You just got better at tennis.
Yeah, I was going to say, lessons.
Actually, you know what my biggest problem in tennis is?
Lying about the score.
What?
Lying about
the score.
No, not lying about the score. It's my butthole.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. See, whenever
he couldn't answer, he stuttered too much.
Did you notice that whenever somebody poses the question that way, they go, you want to know why, or do you want to know what my bet?
They're setting themselves up for their own joke.
I always know it's going to be a big anus joke. I don't mind them, though.
Yeah.
But still anus joke.
Caught him.
All right. Let's take ourselves a little break. Well, that about does it for the best of Loveline, but you'll definitely want to tune in tomorrow night when we have, on the best of Loveline, Jeremy McGrath, the Michael Jordan of Supercross.
Right, that's right.
This guy's amazing. Lincoln Park, Kathy Griffin, and...
Ooh, my favorite.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
Until next time, Sam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying, mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.